तो शुरू में I would say now that कि मैंने एक डेढ़ साल लगभग अपना पूरा खराब किया है। मैं फ्रेंड्स से मिलता था, I meet a lot of friends, I used to party, I used to chill with them, go play cricket। तो जिस मोटिव से मैं बॉम्बे आया था उससे मैं बहुत ही आउट फोकस्ड था। तो until one day I realized कि मैं like what am I doing this? I don't think I was here for this। अपने शहर से बॉम्बे पहुंचना ही एक अपने आप में चैलेंज होता है, ठीक है। एंड दे फाइट फ्रॉम देयर फैमिली टू कम टू बॉम्बे, दैट्स वन फाइट, एंड देन फाइट टू मेक अ मार्क इन द इंडस्ट्री, दैट्स अनदर फाइट। सो फॉर मी द फर्स्ट fight was not actually a fight to come down to Bombay, and there was a support, I would say, from my family। मेरा पर्सनल मानना ऐसा है कि टीवी के जो फैंस हैं वो भी बहुत ही elaborated है। I think especially one of the shows which I was part of, कुछ रंग प्यार के ऐसे भी, it's been over 4 years that went off air, season 1 I'm talking about। People still recognize me, but yeah, the good thing is while I kept auditioning for ad films, I got a chance to work with Amitabh Bachchan saab। I played his son in Kalyan Jewellers। I acted with Akshay Kumar for Streaks Insta Hair Color, another ad film, and Parineeti Chopra I did with Pankaj Kapoor saab recently, Alia Bhatt, Ranbir Kapoor। So the good thing is ad films gave me that confidence and exposure to work with these big guys in the industry। Surprisingly थोड़े टाइम से तो अब ऐसे होता है कि okay, this is the character sketch, Arjun, this is the monologue that you have to send, and there's a dress code, so and so, so and so, so please share your self test, your budget and your Insta link। so I'm like यहाँ तक ठीक है, Insta link तो मतलब भाई now the game has gone to the amount of followers that you have। तो ये repeatedly मेरे पास आ रहा था ये add on चीज, that your Insta link।
You have been part of many popular television shows as well in the past, and with this movie do you feel के हाँ अब लोग मुझे जान रहे हैं, मेरे बारे में बात कर रहे हैं? Do you feel that you have arrived by?
I think मेरा पर्सनल मानना ऐसा है कि टीवी के जो फैंस हैं वो भी बहुत ही elaborated है। I think especially one of the shows which I was part of, कुछ रंग प्यार के ऐसे भी, it's been over 4 years that went off air, season 1 I'm talking about। People still recognize me, you from Kuch Rang, and in fact recently somebody came up to me and I was like, and his friend was like, that's Tapan। Yeah, I've seen him in Kuch Rang Pyar ke aise bhi। So I think it's a club between the two, and there is a recognition from both the ends, because television is I think more reachable because घरों में होता है सबके पास, तो people like to just watch a lot of TV serials also। तो और फिल्म्स का भी ये थिएटर में है, उसकी ऑडियंस है, eventually it's going to come down to OTT, and then again it will cater to a lot of people at home। So I think there are fans and audience in totality in both the streams, and I have fans both the ways, and I'm great about it. I feel happy about that।
From TV shows to doing films, how did your journey begin? Like, take us back to walk us through how did acting happen to you?
Okay, this will take me back 10 years। So I graduated from Delhi University, and right after that I got a job। I was working for Genpact as an accounting specialist। So I'm from an accounts background, and I would sit down for 9 to 5:30 a job, but I wasn't very happy about that। Plus I grew so tall, I was like, मैं अपने वर्क स्टेशन पे भी बराबर से पूरा नहीं आता था, and there used to be a lot of irritation कि यार 9 से 9:30 5:30 बजे तक मुझे बैठना पड़ता है। I think I'm meant for something else, and meanwhile I had started modeling with Elite Modeling School। That also happened for about 8-10 months, and उसके बाद I'm like, this is also becoming very static। I want to deliver, I want to take dialogues and speak and express more rather than just walking on the ramp। So then I did a crash course of acting from Sai Gurukul Academy of Performing Arts in Delhi, That was about 6 months, 5 to 6 months a course, and right after that I came to Bombay and लाइनों में लग गया. So one of the incident that stayed with me during my journey of being where I am today was one of the first flats that I took in Bombay was at a first floor. Okay, it was in Oshiwara, and I remember I shifted in February, and the first monsoon came. And that came as a surprise. पता था कि बॉम्बे में बहुत बारिश होती है, लेकिन इतनी बारिश कि मैं नीचे उतरा. One of the days in June end, it was raining massively. I got down from my flat and I see कि घुटनों तक पानी है, almost. और मुझे फिर गार्ड बताते सर ये तो हर साल का है, यहाँ पे तो आते ही ये पानी. मैं कहा लेकिन इतना. So it was initial days when you are there, you can't just take a call. अच्छा ठीक है यहाँ पानी है, अच्छा ऐसे चल दूसरा फ्लैट ले लेते हैं. So I had to deal with it. I remember me and my friend who had taken that flat. So we would go out for audition almost every day. So we would get down और मैं boots पहनता था उस दौरान. तो हम लोग ने डिसाइड किया क्या करेंगे भाई, बूट्स तो लेंगे हाथों में और उस नदी से हम जाएंगे चलते हुए. We would cross that society and go up till outside, and then there used to be a departmental store. We would take a bottle of water from there, wash our feet, dry them, and then wear our shoes, take an auto rickshaw or something, and then go for an audition. So that's one of the challenging days. I just told you there are plenty, but God's been kind. I mean, all of that paid eventually, and the discipline, the efforts, and the mehnat that I put across that is coming back. So I'm really blessed. I feel great about it.
How much time do you take to get your first project or first TV show that happened to you?
I remember my first project was an ad film that I shot with Anil Kapoor Saab. It was for Renault Pulse. पर उसकी भी एक स्टोरी है. That happened actually a year and a half later. I came to Bombay. 1.5 साल में मुझे वो ad मिला. क्यों? क्योंकि मैं फर्स्ट टाइम अपने घर से बाहर निकला था. I came to Bombay. This was the first time I left my place and came to Bombay. And Bombay जैसे शहर में अपना फ्लैट लेके रहना, that brings a lot of distractions also, right? And being into entertainment industry, it becomes a bit challenging to be focused. And I was 24, 25, and then I came, I took up this flat. और तो शुरू में I would say now that कि मैंने एक डेढ़ साल लगभग अपना पूरा खराब किया है. मैं फ्रेंड्स से मिलता था. I met a lot of friends. I used to party. I used to chill with them, go play cricket. तो जिस मोटिव से मैं बॉम्बे आया था उससे मैं बहुत ही आउट फोकस्ड था. तो until one day I realized कि मैं what am I doing this? I don't think I was here for this. And then thankfully I'm very thankful that this ad film happened. क्योंकि मैं एक दिन ऐसे ही I was just crossing by a studio where this audition was happening for Renault Pulse, and I was pulled inside one of the casting. Like, you fit into, would you like to test for this? पहले तो ऐसे ही होता था ना, मतलब निकल भी रहे तो भी बोलते थे, I mean, there's an audition, I think you are an actor, would you like to test for this? I was like, yeah, why not? So I tested for that part, I got through it, and when I reached the set, I figured that, Anil Kapoor Saab is playing my boss. I was the employee. And he walked to the set, and the aura changed of the set. I think my mindset changed completely. I was like, okay, ye kahan aa gaya, man? Anil Kapoor Saab right in front of me. So that myth also that, is har cheez jack se hoti hai, support se hoti hai, aapko aise nahi milta hai kaam, like you need to know somebody, you need to have a godfather. All of that crashed and came to a point that, okay, come on, go audition and get it, man. But really be there, disciplined, and keep auditioning and keep forgetting about it. You'll get a call for sure. So this gave me a message when I was there on the set. I was like, this is it, and that changed the entire course of my acting career. उसके बाद मैंने कोई स्टूडियो नहीं छोड़ा जहाँ पे मैं खड़ा हो जाता था. Do I fit for this part? Didn't matter to me if they agreed to take my audition or not. But the whole point was to be there if I am required to be there at that. So that was some bits and pieces of part of my journey. Yes.
So like you said कि 1.5 साल के लिए you got distracted, and coming from accounting background and sustaining in Mumbai is not easy.
Yeah.
So, how was the financial aspect of it? Like, how were you taking care of that in that period?
Uh, so that ways, I think again I would feel lucky that my family was quite supportive. I feel extremely blessed क्योंकि क्योंकि मैं देखता हूँ लोगों के लिए चैलेंज होता है, एक तो अपने शहर से बॉम्बे पहुंचना ही एक अपने आप में चैलेंज होता है, ठीक है, एंड दे फाइट फ्रॉम देयर फैमिली टू come to Bombay. That's one fight, and then fight to make a mark in the industry. That's another fight. So for me, the first fight was not actually a fight to come down to Bombay, and there was a support, I would say, from my family until I realized that no, I don't think this is how it's supposed to be. I'm grown up and I need not to be dependent on my family. And that was the day that yes, they did support me financially in the initial times, but again once my train was on track, and then that was it. I never looked back and looked for that support from my family. I mean, and on the contrary, they were very proud of me that he's making it big.
So after that ad, how did things flow? How did you bag your first TV show?
Again, I kept auditioning for plenty of ad films, and I remember the first TV show was a cameo role in Balika Vadhu that I did. It was for a month and a half or two. That gave me like a push to start. Okay, like first project, it always stays with you. So that was my first project. I used to go to Naigaon, take a train from Andheri, and then change and take an auto rickshaw and everything. So I think a lot of us have done. There's nothing new that I did. We as an actor, as an artist, face that challenges. This is my journey. But yeah, the good thing is, while I kept auditioning for ad films, I got a chance to work with Amitabh Bachchan Saab. I played his son in Kalyan Jewelers. I acted with Akshay Kumar for Streaks Insta Hair Color, another ad film. And Parineeti Chopra, I did with Pankaj Kapoor Saab recently. Alia Bhatt, Ranbir Kapoor. So the good thing is, ad films gave me that confidence and exposure to work with these big guys in the industry, which made me feel no less. So I was like, okay, I'm with these guys, I'm shooting with them. So that gave me a lot of courage. And when Neerja happened about 7 years back, I was part of Neerja. I played Sonam's brother and Shabana Ji's son. So even Neerja, right after that first TV show that I did, Balika Vadhu, there was another small part I played in another TV show, I forgot the name. And then Neerja happened for me. So Neerja was another boost for me, like a bang-on boost. That okay, Shabana Ji and Sonam Kapoor and Tiku Ji playing the part of the family. We had like workshops for about 10-12 days where me, Shabana Ji, Sonam Kapoor, we were like sitting together, eating, talking. They were telling about their lives, I was telling about mine, so that we get into as a family. So that gave me so much a boost and understanding that this is it, this is what I am here for, and it is happening for me. So that was the day, and there was no distraction after, and I kept very focused and kept going right after that. And things kept happening, TV shows, and one of the OTT shows also I was part of was Hello Mini, wherein I played a psychopath. So I feel lucky that I was in ad films. I mean, I keep still doing ad films and TV shows, even the OTT platform and films ultimately. Yeah.
So from living in that first floor जहाँ पे like घुटनों तक पानी था, and till now, like 10 years of your journey, personally, how आपका लाइफ कैसे अपग्रेड हुआ है on personal level?
I would say from that day जब मैंने वो फ्लैट लिया जहाँ पर पानी आ जाता था, और आज मैं देखता हूँ तो when I look back, first of all, I feel very proud about myself. I tell myself that you have worked really hard. It's important to boost yourself before anybody does to you. So I know I've come a long way. There were highs and lows, and but I overpassed them, and it makes me feel extremely grateful. I feel very gratified. I've made it that far. I could sustain for 10 years in the industry, and बीच में COVID happened for 3 years. I had to come back home. I had to give away the flat that I had there. Uh, but God has its own plan. I wrote two films meanwhile, small short films which I will be directing that very soon, and I was also doing a yoga course, so I got into yoga also. So I think from that day till here, I see a drastic change in me as a person. How I think is absolutely a mature guy. It's a mature Arjun today, and it was important. All those incidences were supposed to happen in my life to make me stand where I am today. I know I will not go back making those mistakes which I have made in the past. Maybe I'll make new mistakes, but definitely not the ones that I've made. So that's the takeaway from the last 10 years being in the industry.
Also, we have seen your content on social media, making all these funny reels, relatable videos and all. How did you come up with that?
Yeah, that's a very recent thing that I've started, and I'm having a great time because that's also pouring a lot of love to me, and a lot of people are messaging that you're making it really nice, and we love watching it. And basically, I think it was with me. It was in me. Recently, I was like, let me just go out, and firstly, I started with the informative reels. I used to wonder like small little things, for example, why would cows sit down in the middle of the road? I would wonder that. And it's a very basic thing. हर रोज हम देखते हैं. So one fine day I just googled, and I was surprised to know the answer, which was like कि cows sit in the middle of the road so that each time a vehicle that would pass by on speed will fly the flies sitting on them, so they don't have to whack the insects which are sitting on them. So they are so lazy कि हाँ भाई गाड़ी जाएगी हवा से वो मच्छर मक्खी उड़ जाएंगे. So I was like, dude, this is very funny and very informative. So I thought I'll just put it across. So small little things I just start making on Instagram, and I put, and I received great response and great viewership, and I was like, why not? Yeah, why wasn't I making entertainment reels and making the most of that too? Again, with my reel partner, I started making other reels also, which went really viral. There were millions of views, and Instagram suddenly picked up, and I have today about some 10 million footfall on Instagram visitorship in the last 30 days. So I was like, and this is the growing platform. So I wasn't making the most of social media, I think, but now I am. So I'm game for it.
So you have a team?
I have a team who edits, yes, and sometimes they have their own ideas, and also I'd like to bring my own ideas. So I sit down, I write, and also take references from people who have already made it. So that gives ideas, and I want to put my inputs. So and I give it to the team, and they just edit it and bring it in front of me, and I just post it.
I mean, do you believe right now that social media plays a big role in actors getting projects? Because many times actors have said that they are asked, "Aapke kitne followers hai?" Have you faced that?
Oh, definitely, I've faced that. I surprisingly थोड़े time से तो अब ऐसे होता है कि okay, this is the character sketch Arjun. This is the monologue that you have to send, and there's a dress code so and so. So please share your self test, your budget, and your Insta link. So I'm like, यहाँ तक ठीक है, Insta link तो मतलब भाई now the game has gone to the amount of followers that you have. तो ये repeatedly मेरे पास आ रहा था ये add-on cheese that your Insta link. And then I happened to have a discussion with one of my actor friends, and a couple of them actually, and they were like, dude, I lost this project because they were counting on the number of followers I have, and they were like, no, you have very less followers, so we went with some other person. So मुझे ऐसा लगा यार, I mean, okay, maybe I'm performing well, I am delivering well, but maybe it's the less this on the Insta followers that I have maybe, or I'm not active on that. You'll be surprised that I was so lost and away from social media that I did not even apply for a blue tick for the longest time. I applied initially when maybe Nirja happened या Balika Vadhu के दौरान ही शुरू में, and it got rejected, and I was like, now it's rejected, Insta will give me by myself, और मैं उस space में थोड़ा चला गया, and I was like, it just went out. And I applied sometime back very recently, and I thankfully got it in an hour or so, and it has changed the game altogether because I'm feeling it. The amount of people who are visiting my profile now and before that is completely different. And I think ज़रूरी है यार, how we see the spotting that's happening for celebrities and all of that is a big game changer, I believe, because that brings an effect in the eyes of producers and directors that, you know, maybe a director is looking for a character face or maybe a lead face for this film. Nahi mil raha hai, they've tested all the ones who are there, and suddenly they see a guy making a reel or maybe his content which is popping on his account, and they're like, damn, I'd like to test him. He somewhere, you know, matches my brief, and he'll be called. And how? Because of social media. So maybe उस बंदे ने उनको profile भी भेजा which is piled up in his emails, but how he splashed on his social media with his performance, I think that's again a game changer, and social media definitely is. So I'm quite active now, so that's how I'm making reels and trying to make good content.
We are running out of time, and I'll wrap up with my last question.
Sure.
Do we see you back on TV screen as well, apart from doing films?
I'm still contemplating with that, but I think if I get a nice role, I think I would still go for it for television as well, because my whole aim is to keep performing. So for now, Shad, because this sport is also happening, there's another feature that's happening, and there's one more I'm going to be shooting for very soon in August. And so while these are happening, I don't think I would want to go back, but I'm not like very close also. So अगर कुछ बहुत ही out of the box मुझे script आएगी, तो I think I would like to go with that too.
Well, thank you, Arjun, so much for joining us, and congratulations on the success of the film and your upcoming projects as well. Hope to talk soon on
Definitely.
projects as well. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you so much. Bye bye. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.